Personal life of Nambi Narayanan. Nambi Narayanan was born on the 12th of December 1941 in a Tamil Hindu family in Nagarcoil, in the erstwhile princely state of Travancore. He completed his schooling at DVD Higher Secondary School, Nagarcoil. He did his Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering from Tyagaraja College of Engineering, Madurai. Nambi Narayanan lost his father while pursuing his degree in Madurai. He had two sisters. As soon as his father died, his mother fell sick. Nambi married Meena Nambi and has two children. Their son, Shankar Nambi, is a businessman. Their daughter Geeta Arunan is a Montessori school teacher in Bangalore and is married to Sabir Arunan, an ISRO scientist, director of the Mars Orbiter mission, and Padma Shri Awardi. Career of Nambi Narayanan. After studying mechanical engineering in Madurai, Narayanan started his career in 1966 at ISRO as a technical assistant at the Thumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Station. He earned a NASA fellowship and was accepted into Princeton University in 1969. He completed his master's program there in chemical rocket propulsion under Professor Luigi Crocco. He returned to India with expertise in liquid propulsion at a time when Indian rocketry was still solely dependent on solid propellants. He has claimed that he had to educate Sarabhai on liquid propulsion technology in his book. In 1974, Society Européenne de Propulsion agreed to transfer the Viking engine technology in return for 100 man-years of engineering work from ISRO. This transfer was completed by 3 teams and Narayanan led the team of 52 engineers who worked on technology acquisition from French. Other 2 teams worked on indigenizing the hardware in India and establishing the development facilities in Mahendragiri. The first engine, named Vikas, was tested successfully in 1985. An inquiry by the Vigilance Cell in 1982 was dropped later. R.B. Srikumar, in his capacity as the Commandant of the Central Industrial Security Force unit posted at the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, had investigated an allegation of tender manipulation by Narayanan. In 1994, he submitted a request of voluntary resignation a month before his arrest by Kerala police. On the 26th of January 2019, he was conferred with the Padma Bhushan Award by the Government of India for developing the Vikas rocket engine. False espionage charges on Nambi Narayanan. ISRO espionage case. On the 30th of November 1994, Narayanan was arrested as part of an investigation of alleged espionage by a team of Kerala Police and Intelligence Bureau officials. Based on the videographed statements by a colleague that he and Narayanan had received money for transferring drawings and documents of rocket engines to 2 Maldivian women, Mariam Rashida and Fozia Hassan, who were suspected to be spies. In December 1994, the transfer of the case to the Central Bureau of Investigation was criticized in media and by opposition parties in Kerala. CBI was seen to be under the thumb of P. versus Narasimha Rao, then Prime Minister of India, and some of the people named in the investigation were close to Rao and K. Karunakaran, then Chief Minister of Kerala. Narayanan spent 50 days in jail. He claims that officials from the Intelligence Bureau, who initially interrogated him, wanted him to make false accusations against the top of ISRO. He alleges that 2 IB officials had asked him to implicate A. E. Muttunayagam, his boss and then director of the Liquid Propulsion Systems Center. He says that when he refused to comply, he was tortured until he collapsed and was hospitalized. He says his main complaint against ISRO is that it did not support him. K. Kasturirangan, who was ISRO chairman at the time, stated that ISRO could not interfere in a legal matter. He has written that the director of CBI Vijaya Rama Rao met him in jail on the 8th of December 4 days after the case was transferred, when he explained to the director that the drawings of rockets and engines were not classified. He has written that the CBI director wondered how the case has gotten so far and apologized in that meeting. In April 1996, before the 1996 Indian general election, CBI submitted a closure report, saying that there was no espionage and that the testimonies of suspects were coerced by torture. In a previous order in a related case, Kerala High Court, which had seen the videos of interrogation, had dismissed allegations of torture and made critical comments about CBI's failure to follow all the leads. Amid attention on lacunae in CBI closure report, a challenge of the report in Kerala High Court by S. Vijayan, a police officer, and continuing political pressure, The Kerala government revoked the permission granted previously to CBI to investigate the case and enjoined Kerala police to take it up again. But a Supreme Court bench stopped it in April 1998, saying that the CBI found that no case had been made out, and ordered the Kerala government to pay 1 lakh rupees to each of the accused, including Narayanan. In September 1999, the National Human Rights Commission passed strictures against the government of Kerala for having damaged Narayanan's distinguished career in space research along with the physical and mental torture to which he and his family were subjected. Desk jobs. In 2001, the NHRC ordered the government of Kerala to pay him a compensation of 1 crore rupees. He retired in 2001. The Kerala High Court ordered a compensation amount of 10 lakh rupees to be paid to Nambi Narayanan based on an appeal from NHRC India in September 2012. After a meeting between Narendra Modi and Narayanan in Thiruvananthapuram, the Bharatiya Janata Party took up the case and Narayanan's treatment, especially by Sri Kumar, in its campaign for 2014 Indian general election. On the 14th of September 2018, the Supreme Court appointed a panel to probe the harrowing arrest and alleged torture of Narayanan. A 3-judge bench led by Chief Justice Deepak Misra also awarded Mr. Narayanan Rs. 50 lakh in compensation for the mental cruelty he suffered all these years. The same month, Narayanan's name was recommended for Padma Awards by Rajiv Chandrasekhar, then a BJP Member of Parliament. In January 2019, Modi said that it was an honor for his government to confer the Padma Bhushan on Nambi Narayanan. The case and the Padma Award featured in BJP's campaign for 2019 Indian general election, with Modi asking, "I hope you are aware what the Congress has done to Kerala's own scientist Nambi Narayanan," in a rally in Thiruvananthapuram. In 2021, Kerala government settled the case filed against it by Narayanan by agreeing to a payment of 1.3 crore rupees. On the 14th of April 2021, the Supreme Court of India ordered a CBI probe into the involvement of police officers in the conspiracy. Several of the involved police officers filed petitions in different courts in Kerala in which several documents showing transfer of lands between 2004 and 2008 by Narayanan to various CBI officers involved in the investigation were produced. The Kerala High Court dismissed one of the pleas to investigate the land deals. It said that the documents weren't proof enough, but allowed the petitioners to file a fresh case with better sale records.